We're back with another episode of the Refinery here at the Forge. I'm a week late, but Exodus chapter 18, here we go. If you remember in past chapters, the Israelites have been complaining nonstop about how uncomfortable they are, why did God pull them out of Egypt so that they could walk around the wilderness? Well, Jethro, which is Moses' father-in-law who was living in Midian, comfortable, living good, he leaves all of his comfort to join them in the wilderness. He knew the value it had, so he leaves, joins them in the wilderness. When he shows up, he brings Moses' wife and their kids. They're hanging out. Moses takes Jethro into a tent, and he starts to tell him all of the things that God has done during the Exodus, through the Exodus, and now while they're in the wilderness. Verse 8 says, "Then Moses told his father-in-law all that the Lord had done to Pharaoh and to the Egyptians for Israel's sake, all the hardship that had come upon them in the way, and how the Lord had delivered them. And Jethro rejoiced for all the good that the Lord had done to Israel, in that he had delivered them out of the hand of the Egyptians." So I picture Moses, a super excited, wound up, like kid telling a story about something awesome that happened, or, you're not going to believe what happened when me and dad went hunting, or whatever. Just this super giddy, crazy, wound up guy trying to tell a story. And remember, Moses has a problem talking. He talked about that earlier in Exodus, about how my tongue doesn't work that good, Lord. And he used Aaron to talk. So I can imagine he's got this excited guy that stutters, now probably stuttering like crazy. How long did it take him to tell Jethro all of the things that God has done? With that being said, are we as excited to tell people about what God is doing in our life? And are we excited to tell them? Or do we only tell people that we're comfortable around? We should be excited to tell everybody all the time about all the awesome things that God is doing in our life. Verse 11, Jethro is saying, "Now I know that the Lord is greater than all gods, because in this affair they dealt arrogantly with his people." He's proclaiming the God that we worship and the God that they're worshiping is the Almighty, King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Ain't nobody touching him. Jethro gives Moses a ton of advice about how to manage these people and how to deal with the prayers and the requests. One of the things he says is appoint people over groups of people. He does. Moses says, "How do I choose them?" Verse 21, he says, "Moreover, look for able men from all the people, men who fear God, who are trustworthy and hate a bribe." And that's something we should be applying. Am I trustworthy, and do I hate bribery? Can I be bribed? Can I be bought? Look at politicians. We get upset about it all the time because they're bought and they're bribed. We need people over us who aren't able to be bought. So Jethro left his comfort, comes here, is obedient, listens to God. God tells Jethro what to tell Moses. Moses is obedient, listens to everything he says, and everything starts to work out just the way God wants it.